Well, this is a bounce back game. We definitely had to have this game. That's all we talked about. Excuse me, coming forward into this game that we needed to win. And our kids really came out and played with a lot of effort, played with a lot of intensity, and that's what we were missing. Our game against them at DePaul, I thought we played really tough against Ohio State, but we didn't have a lot of energy, a lot of effort against DePaul, and they took us out. So we just had to really get back to what we do, get the pressure up, get the floor, and really just force action. So our kids were amazing. Coming into the season, we knew this was the date for this challenge game, and we could have scheduled a little bit softer on the front end, but it's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to give our program and our players and ourselves a false sense of reality by playing a soft schedule early, and then get in the conference and kind of get shell shocked and get blasted by our first opponent in the ACC, because it's the toughest conference in the country. So this is by far, since I've been here, on the toughest schedule that we've ever played in November, and this was done purposely. And our kids really responded today with the big win. So I give them a lot of credit for really gutting it out. We just got back off the road. I think it was Sunday, and get back and got to turn around and play on Wednesday. I mean, it's tough, and obviously, Michigan State did the same thing. They had to travel and then travel here, so it was tough on both of us. But our kids just really played tough, and we pulled it out. So I'm really proud of them.
Questions for Coach? Susie said that to simulate your press, she had to use 7 girls on defense during practice. What does that tell you about your press and how stifling it can be?
Well, it's funny because you start to do things that could simulate. You're getting trapped all over the floor. But the hard part about simulating it is that even when you play against teams, like for us, we play against teams when they run a 5 out, and it's tough for us. It's really hard to prepare. But I understand, that teams go 7 on 5 to prepare for certain things, and it is. It's a compliment to us. But on the back end, I thought that our kids just really did a very good job of attacking, a very good job of staying up, and yeah, it is a compliment, when somebody says that.
And so late in the first half, you took out Peterson for 10 seconds, put her right back in the game. What was the reason behind that quick change in and then back out?
Because we got the ball back on offense, and I wanted her to come down and run a set. We were to play in a game that was ice cold. Expect her to go out and make a play that was going to be a tough play for her. And we knew that we had to get downhill off of ball screen, so I just put her right back in the game.
And how would you evaluate how she played tonight?
I thought she's amazing. She played a good game. Thought she really handled the ball, and I didn't plan on playing her that many minutes, but tonight I wanted to really get some rotations in. But once Britt got in foul trouble, she had to pretty much play the whole game, and she was amazing. But she did a good job, and you don't realize until you go back and look at the stat sheet that she played 38 minutes, and I heard the whole time about she's not running out of trap. She's probably a little tired, But to her defense, she fought through it, and she did all she could to get us to get the W.
What's been the biggest factor in her great play of late? Is it anything that you've been telling her?
It's all me. I'm a coach. No, man. Lex is a great player. I mean, I just have a lot of faith in her. I always tell her. I say, I think I have a little bit more confidence in you than you have in yourself. I think that I think you're really good, and you think you're okay sometimes. And then she looks at me like you're crazy. But Lexus is a really confident player, and I have a lot of faith in her. And just, I don't know, it's tough to say, but she does what we need to do to win.
Before the year, I think, you mentioned this year again, you would kind of live or die by the 3. Tonight, though, like 4 or 5 threes, I think. What happened there?
Well, two things happened. We got some clean looks. We missed some clean looks, but Michigan State does a very good job. They're long, they're athletic, and they get out. And we do that, and we speed the game up. But our goal is to get 20 more possessions, to force 20 plus turnovers and be plus 20 in the turnover margin. So we're still hitting our game goals. We're not hitting our threes right now. But it's gonna be one of them days where we're gonna be like 17 for 25. It's gonna be a great day in this dome, huh? It's gonna happen.
Talk about it being a bounce back game. You go from giving up over 100 last game to now only 64 tonight. Was there anything different you did on defense, or what made the defense so much more effective?
No, just our effort and our energy. We came out really flat against DePaul. You know, it was 3 games in 3 days and 3 tough games. It wasn't, you know, that we played 3, you know, bad teams. I mean, GW is a very good program. I mean, they've been winning for a long time. I'm from the DC area. I never remember GW losing ever in women's basketball. They've been good since Joe was there. Then you go and you play Ohio State. Obviously, they're preseason top 5 team in the country. Then you go play DePaul, and Doug's very, very good. They're ranked. So like I said, this has been the toughest schedule we've played by far since I've been here, and I really wanted to challenge our players, and they did a good job. But they got through to the entire stretch 2-2. So I'm very proud of them. Obviously, you want to be 4-0, but if you can get pretty much a split between these 4 games, I mean, you got to take it.
So Brittany's coming out in the second was just foul trouble, right? She's fine because of.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was all foul trouble. If she wasn't in foul trouble, our rotations would have been a little wider. But we had to kind of shrink our rotation with her being in foul trouble. Yeah.
How difficult was the last week when you have a tough stretch like that with all those losses, and what do you keep telling the team to kind of keep their spirits up?
Well, it's just about just keep playing and just remaining tough and your toughness. You know, you have to play through, and it's a long season, and you know, I told our players, I said, you know, going back to Drexel, I said nobody's ever stormed the court when they beaten Syracuse. This is the first time there's been a court storming in probably Syracuse history. You know, it's a big win for Drexel. Then you go down to GW, and you know, and you bounce back and you play 2 tough games. And for us, it's just about just remaining tough and understand that every night you come out, you know, you went to the championship game last year, so there's a target on your back, and they're gonna come after you, and you gotta respond. Our kids have really responded against Ohio State. I thought we played good against Ohio State, and we didn't get it done, and you know, we kind of belly flopped against them at DePaul. But when they come back off the road and get back in here and go play another tough team, and the guys a lot of size and great guards, I thought the kids just did an amazing job of just playing hard.
You mentioned the target on your back. How difficult is it for this team and for you to maybe do some things different? So now that there's tape on you guys and you've had this success.
You know, one thing about our style of play is it's going to be, you know, either we're going to affect you with our pressure or we're not. So I don't think that there's much people can pick up on tape and kind of get into a system on us, and that, you know, you can get into a certain press because we can change our pressing on the fly of the ball. But Michigan State threw it long on us a couple of times and kind of tried to loosen us up, but for us that helps us because it speeds the game up for us. So he would throw it long, and then we just play faster. So we got to just do a better job of probably taking care of that. But you know, I don't know if we try to put a system in place where, you know, it doesn't matter. You got to be able to handle the ball and make decisions against pressure the entire game.
2 more questions, guys.
Quentin, Julia, pretty good game. I think it took her a little while to kind of find a sync. What kind of dictated when she played and when she didn't? She kind of got some spurts.
Well, she played 20 minutes, so she played half the game. So she's doing what she needs to do now. She's playing, you know, on the 4 for us, and she's in the rotation, and what's allowing her to play a lot more minutes right now, honestly, is Bria, because Bria can go now to the 5, so now Julia doesn't have subbing at the 5 as much. So she's back to her familiar position, facing the basket, and she's gonna get better and better as the year goes on because she really works hard at it. She gets in the gym, works on her conditioning. When she gets in the gym, she puts in a lot of extra time, and it's gonna pay off for her. I'm very happy for her, and I'm excited about watching her in the second half of the year.
Couple more games here at home before the competition really picks up a little bit more and you get into conference play. What are some of the things you're looking to work on and trying to improve with this?
Just our pace. Just our pace to keep playing fast. That's our game, and you know, that's a blueprint to our success right now. And we gotta keep playing fast, keep turning teams over, and keep getting more possessions, and that's it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.